Hello and welcome to Bangalore 101 and I'm your host Mansi Paresh Kumar. Today we talk about bicycling lanes. And the reason why I'm doing that is because, when the bus priority lane was announced, it kind of brought back memories of this bicycling lane. Remember them? In Jayanagar 2012, we kind of started a bicycling lane. It cost us, I think, 2.5 crores, was made to stretch across 40 kilometers. Then there was a Madiwada bicycling lane. Then there was one HSR bicycling lane. Well, quite honestly, all of them shut shop very quickly. And the most recent announcement about a bicycling lane is that all the white-topped roads that we've had introduced recently, they'll all have demarcated bicycling lanes. We definitely need dedicated cycling lanes to encourage cycling in the city. And so I'll give you a rundown of all that is available and what's happening on that front. Now, if you go through MG Road or any of the central business district areas, you'll find a lot of these private players. There's been an increase in them offering cycles, and you'll find these shared docks. So they offer a last mile connectivity to go around these areas. But in terms of the stakeholders, the government stakeholders, DALT and BBMP and all of these people, they're not all there when it comes to figuring out things on this matter. Now, the Directorate of Urban Land Transport, or DALT, which has been kind of the driving force behind the ideal cycling lanes in the city, had actually proposed a 130 kilometer integrated cycling lane around the city, along with docking-based bike sharing systems. Another example for the confusion between the stakeholders is the HSR bicycling lane. Now, this project was started sometime in 2016, yes. And, it's been in a limbo ever since because now the BBMP says that the DALT has not paid them an outstanding amount in terms of, I think, 4-5 crores, some of the bills. And now the DALT in turn says that, listen, the money that was allotted for this project kind of went outside the scope of the cycling lane project. So, clearly, these are very expensive projects. We need to plan this project as part of a larger picture with a more holistic approach. But now what we'll have are these bicycling lanes that eventually will turn into parking lots. Now, I'll be very honest, I'm not being a wet blanket. None of us are being wet blankets. But the way I look at it is that if you don't point out loopholes right at the start of it, doesn't really help the matter, because this actually kind of shows you the problems that you're having at the ground level and helps you deal with any kind of confusion much better. Now, any transport expert will tell you that mobility in a city is like a pyramid, The first one is, the topmost are the non-motorized users like cyclists and pedestrians. The second priority should be given to public transport, like your buses, and if you have trams and things like that. The last priority goes to the private vehicle users, the cars, the scooters and all of that. But nammurnalli enagide idu hೀಗಿರೋದು ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಹೀಗಾಗೋಗಿದೆ, which is creating the biggest problem as we see it on our roads. According to the Ministry of Road Transport, between 2011 and 2015, about 26,000 cyclists have been killed on the roads of India. That's a huge number. While we're pushing for public transport, we should also be focusing on making roads safer for the non-motorized transport users. Now, the real challenge is how do we have the two of them, use the road side by side while making it more safer for the most vulnerable of the two, which are the cyclists and the pedestrians. That's a real challenge for our policymakers. That's all we have for you this week. We'll talk to you again next week. Take care.